likely at information meetings and also meetings with your core group, there are questions that are going to be raised. You know, what are the merits to doing this? How is Schola Rosa flexible? What does the online suite allow that other programs don't? So that's what this video is about, hopefully to provide you with some of those answers. So merits. Merits of the curriculum are that everything is in one place and you have combined lesson plans. So there's no flipping from my kindergartner's lesson plan to my fourth grader's lesson plan and my kindergartner's book and my fourth grader's book. Everything is in one place, all in the online suite for that week. So hopefully that saves not only teachers' time, but the parents' time. Now, speaking of teachers, yes, the online suite definitely helps to save the teachers' time because it provides them with a planning sheet, it provides them with the topics already chosen, it provides them with a variety of activity ideas to do with their classes, and so they're not spending hours and hours on the internet or in books trying to figure out what they want to do. They just pick something already available. And then that saves subs time. What if a teacher needs to miss? Sub jump in. The sub doesn't have to start from scratch. The sub doesn't have to figure out a way to get the books or the plans or the activities from the teacher. It's all on the online suite. So the sub goes to the same place. The parent goes to the same place. It's all there. It also guarantees, the online suite as far as curriculum goes, that all families receive materials. You're not having to print everything, or a family doesn't have to make it to co-op to be able to get it. If they miss, they have the online suite access. All materials are able to be given to families at the same time, and then everyone is certainly on the same page. So it's not like they missed a week at co-op and then they don't figure out how to get caught up until next week. Keeps everyone going, everyone flowing at the same rate no matter what. Secondly, next to curriculum and building a community around curriculum, it's a community builder in your parish. So let's say with many co-ops, it is often the case that the stability of the co-op, or at least the goodness, the quality of the co-op varies teacher to teacher, director to director. But if you have a program in place via the online suite, for example, then you create stability within that co-op, meaning no matter who the director is, no matter who the teachers are who come in, there is a basic expectation that will remain the same. Now, sure, some people are more gifted than others in different areas, etc., but that core basic curriculum, the at-home portion especially, remains stable throughout. It also, in creating that stability, it doesn't force a co-op to do exactly what it says step by step. Again, there are options provided to teachers, ideas provided to teachers to save them time that they decide based on their own gifts which one to go with. For families, it provides a theme, it provides activities that can be done, but oftentimes as well, it's providing ideas, it's providing a springboard, and families may decide, an individual family has complete freedom to decide not to read the exact same history book about Caesar. They could read a different one about Caesar. But everyone at the same time is reading about Caesar, just perhaps not the same book. So it creates variety within that stability and flexibility also within that stability. So those are the merits. Now, I keep mentioning flexibility. How exactly is it flexible? Well, possible scenarios for disruption are evaded. So you avoid many of those common scenarios that seem to completely interrupt the co-op program. Let's say you have a snow day or a bad weather day. If you're in the South, maybe you have a hurricane. It could be anything. Well, you can decide. You can either tell people to continue working on the Schola Rosa suite at home and to do those activities at home, or you can decide to have a makeup day. You're left to choose. You don't have to have the makeup day. You can have everyone continue on their path of study, and then you can do the next week's activity. There are 28 weeks provided, and each week has activities. So even if you miss the co-op week, you can still make it work to provide activities in the co-op an extra week if you wanted to. You can add a week at the end, or add a week here, or add a week there. Family sick day. So there's a family who's sick and they can't come to co-op. Well, they don't just completely miss the activities. They can see what activities were done via the online suite. They can also then continue doing their regularly scheduled plan of at-home study with the Schola Rosa program, and then pick up back on the same page with everyone else the next week. You can also have, with this possibility, families outside of the co-op who are using the Schola Rosa online suite but aren't doing the co-op. And so again, this is community building, because let's say a family can't join the co-op this year because they just had a baby or they've had a severe illness, but they want to be part of the community that you've created with Schola Rosa. Then you can say, fine, come on board. You can just stay home this year and do the curriculum, right, with the discounted price if they're enrolled through the co-op. And then next year you jump on board and you're part of the co-op too. You know, or maybe there are too many people in the area to fit everyone in the co-op. You know, so you can still have everyone doing these same things and same types of things within your community without even having to be directly a part of the co-op. So that is a flexible alternative as well. So what this is in a nutshell, even all by itself, is flexibility at co-op. We're not a franchise. We don't tell you specifically how to use every little thing, so we give you tips hopefully for everything. And it's flexibility for at home as well. And what you can have is this fluid movement of families in and out of the co-op, in and out of the co-op meeting part of the program, because they're doing it at home as well. So co-ops, that's the thing to remember. There can be stability with co-ops, but that will not necessarily mean that the exact same families are in the co-op year to year. The co-op is there as a stable activity for families to come in and out of as they need it for their family. And that hopefully is your goal in Schola Rosa: community building, providing flexibility, and yet that stability as well. So God bless you in your promotion, and prayers are with you.